October 6th is well around the corner, and that means that Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov are going to go head-to-head against each other. In this video, I analyze their fighting styles and their strengths of each fighter.
But out of Conor's 12 wins, 11 are knockouts. An uppercut there, Kenny. Anywhere.
Here he's got his opponent on the ground, and he's looking to finish the opponent off right here because he's just dominated them with a whole flurry of punches.
Finish it here. This is why everyone's been talking about Conor McGregor. All over. Conor McGregor, another first-round win. Wow. Again, the uppercut early was the one that did damage in uppercuts here.
When you're watching Conor McGregor fight, you see a lot of his different kicks and his hook kicks, and it's hard to gauge which angle that it's coming from. He's so quick with it and unpredictable that the opponent really has no chance to react to it or play a defensive move. Very fast, very quick, decisive strike.
But just a great fluidity with Conor McGregor, and he continues to land upstairs on Max Holloway.
And that unpredictable nature of his attack makes Max hesitant. And Conor's 2 losses have come by submission. Look at this wild stuff. Hopping switch kick is very unique too. And he throws it with no wind-up. You see he's throwing these kicks? You see the way he's throwing that kick? It's very much karate style, and he follows it up with a straight left hand. But it's just such a...
Watch how these karate kicks go against his opponent and how fast they move. Look, right there, a hook kick, and he keeps him at bay with those shin kicks, a spinning kick, those high kicks to the head. He's got very good flexibility and has a lot of speed behind those kicks too. Leg kicks are far-reaching and powerful. Oh, there you go. He goes up, gets him against the fence.
Motion for Conor McGregor, and you see that nice uppercut on the inside there.
Well, sliding to the side after that. There he caught that kick.
5-minute rounds in the featherweight division in the red wrestling trunks, and these guys are getting straight into it.
Good stand up there.
So watch how Conor McGregor stalks his opponent right here, and he really gets up into his space. He knows how to gauge and time his shots so that they effectively land against him. And once he has him in a good position against the cage, he just drops him to the floor because he has him right where he wants him.
Comes out for McGregor. This could be it.
That is it. It is all over. Conor McGregor.
Here we see a beautiful long right hand from McGregor, long left hand, I'm sorry, and then nice follow-up on the floor, ground and pound. But for my money, the job was already done when Brandao hit the ground. Leon Roberts taking a closer look, but it was game, set, and match for McGregor.
For the very entertaining Conor McGregor. As southpaw,
Spinning back kick to the body.
In this fight, you see him against the opponent, and he's throwing different kinds of leg kicks, he's throwing different kinds of punches, and he's following up a punch with another punch behind it. So it's really hard for his opponent to gauge what he's going to do next, whereas some other fighters might be doing the same kind of patterns repetitively, and so the opponent can gauge where the next kind of flurry of patterns is going to come from.
Let's see this. It clipped him right behind the ear. And there's a hammer fist to the ear. There's a punch and another punch to the jaw. And he covers distance very well.
At one time, he predicted a knockout finish within the first 2 minutes.
All right, so here's another scenario where he's going up against an opponent and he's just chopping him down, wearing them down as the round goes through. And watch how he's just getting him up against the cage and just chopping him down here, doing a leg kick and just keeping him at bay with the jabs and doing a spin kick. Watch though as the opponent is just getting drained of his energy and his stamina is running low as he's getting hit, and when he's down on the ground, Conor just goes in for the kill and finishes his opponent.
And the way he lands that punch, beautifully done by Conor, and that was the beginning of the end for Dennis Siver. But the moment he started landing that in the first round, it was almost just a matter of time. Dennis just did not seem to have any answer for what Conor brought to the table.
All right, so in this video, he's going up against Chad Mendes, and watch how he's just choosing his territory right. He's choosing different kinds of behaviors to measure the distance against his opponent, and when he sees an opening, he just shoots for it. He doesn't hesitate in any of his movements, and he's catching Chad at just the right times, different angles, moving around, left shot, right shot. You know, he's throwing combinations and putting Chad on the defensive against the cage. Now he's throwing a combination with his kicks and has him on the ground. When he does, he just pounds and grounds him and takes that win.
Of a fighting nation who said he did not come here to take part, he came here to take over.
Conor relaxed and smiling. Oh! He slapped him! As he was getting knocked out, look at that. Boom. And then hammer fist, out cold. And that
Right, so the next big contender against Conor McGregor is Nate Diaz. And watch, you know, Nate Diaz comes from a very good wrestling background, and his strength's going to be when he gets Conor on the ground. But Conor is so good at striking and keeping Nate at a distance that he doesn't really get to use his grappling skills. And with his effective kicks, his left hand, his position being a southpaw and being able to throw that left hand dominantly at Diaz gives him a far greater advantage.
Conor,
Which in the Diaz world means
there's a nice left hand by Conor. And there's another one. And there's another one. And
the southpaw in the green trunks.
again, Conor.
Redemption of his
Again,
fight.
Nate has shown ability to be hit there before. And again,
McGregor over and over.
oh,
He rocked him.
He tagged him.
Another thing to note is that this fight that he fought with against Diaz lasted the rounds. He didn't have to go and just finish the fight in the first 2 rounds. He actually drug it out, and it just displayed that his stamina and endurance does show throughout time.
Another one.
Beat speed.
He
Clipped
tagged him
him.
again. Corner was saying no more free kicks. He ate another one. Oh, he
Big
tagged him.
left.
He hurt him with that. Give him
Continuing
another
and
left.
counting with the leg kicks.
Oh, he hurt
And
him.
again.
Another. Again.
Obsessed every single day.
And again. Beautiful counter. Again with the leg kick.
Inside the octagon tonight. Good
Conor
counter
caught
by
him.
Look at Nate Diaz's face, and it's all bloodied up. He's taking a brutal beating.
rounds.
A hard 1-2 by Conor.
Turned it on at the end of the round.
Another hard leg kick. He wobbled him with that one, Mike.
There's the kick.
Moving well. Good combination.
He'll slip and rip. Here in round 4, 2.5 minutes.
Leg kicks are tiring Diaz down, and you can see that he's kind of weak in the knees and kind of not holding his whole foundation straight.
Conor McGregor has a style that can go 5 rounds. Look at this knockdown by Conor. He explodes, he moves very fast. It's part of his success, but it is draining. Look at this nasty counter left hand by Conor McGregor, and then a right hand behind it.
All right, so in this fight and segment, we see Khabib going into this grappling mode. He's getting his opponent onto the ground and using different techniques to tackle the opponent's leg and just make sure that he takes and dominates the fight on the ground where his strengths are.
Not able to do that against Nurmagomedov. Unbelievable. I'm very, very impressed with this kid. You saw the sprawl from Belarus, but he ate another left hand.
Good use of the butterflies. Beautiful takedown, nice trip. And Russian combat sambo is not just a grappling style. Beautiful takedown. Mixed martial arts with headgear and with a judo gi.
2 minutes on the clock. Going for a ride.
Takes him down again.
Khabib displays an incredible amount of strength as he's able to pick up his opponents and just slam him to the ground. It's like he's just taking him and throwing him in the air like rag dolls and putting him where he wants him and putting him, controlling him and dominating the other opponent.
Nurmagomedov absolutely out-grappling him. Perfect positioning every time. Trips, gets him down. Behind him. He's just masterful at getting behind Trujillo. Trips him to the ground.
From the Russian.
And that's that spin. That's how he keeps getting out of it. By whenever Nurmagomedov gets a hold of Trujillo, it becomes a grappling competition. He's just starting to look bewildered.
He gets up and he gets thrown right back down, Joe.
Yeah, he's absolutely getting dominated. And that was how he was able to roll out before. And again, down to the ground again. This again takes him down. And every time Abel tries to move, Nurmagomedov just adjusts. And this is the problem Trujillo is having. Every time Nurmagomedov gets a hold of him, put his hands up, he was frustrated. He can't be frustrated. He's getting beat up. Abel Trujillo. I mean, just ragdolling him here. But at this point in the game, he might not have the energy gesture as if he's asking Mario Yamasaki to do something for him.
UFC history.
See, Abel, like
14.
As Nurmagomedov's throwing him, Abel's throwing his arms up in the air like, well, come on, man.
Clinic. And another.
Over and over again.
And this is against the four-time NAIA All-American Collegiate Wrestler. Total control.
And again, drags him down again.
Final seconds of the fight. Why not?
Beautiful throw. And Trujillo back up to his feet again and down again. I mean, that was a mauling.
That's absolutely a clinic.
Okay, so here again you see that the fight is being taken to the ground real quick. He's got him back on his feet, and then he's got him from the back. He's taking him down to the mat again. The opponent is trying to get away from his grip, but his upper body strength is keeping him on the ground and keeping him where he's in a more dominant position. As he's keeping him there and taking him to the ground, the points are stacking up in his favor, because naturally in the fight, when you're getting more slams and takedowns, the judges are going to be giving you more points.
That is unsolved inside the octagon. Big third round for Khabib Nurmagomedov as the fight goes the distance.
But a good kick there by Dos Anjos, and a kick, and look at this. Can Dos Anjos avoid this? And the answer
hard for it.
Got it. Nope, you got it.
But for how long?
Break this grip, though. Can he break the grip and separate and utilize his improved striking? Down again. Nurmagomedov. Look how aggressive this kid is. I mean, he's just reckless. Good left hook, got the clinch again, and drags him to the ground. Blocking most of the shots. There's the shot. Down again.
Great transition.
Beautiful transition. Again, looking for that guillotine.
Great grappling skills in reverse.
How about a reversal?
That's what happens. Incredible.
Especially against a man who's 22-0 as a professional.
And there's the takedown.
Nurmagomedov.
Shot. Horcher landing some good shots defending it. Look at this. Well, Horcher's doing a very good job defending so far. Still on his feet, which is very impressive. Boom. Right in the side control. Michael Johnson has very good takedown defense, and that will be a big factor in this fight. But he's fighting a different kind of grappler here tonight. Oh, there from Johnson.
Greg Jones, Henry Hook. Greg Jones.
I think Big John's just interested in saving him from himself, but this is the problem.
Pressure and just forcing things by Khabib because he knows that's his best chance for not getting kicked.
Oh, beautiful trip.
Go grab it.
I mean, this fight's been 7 minutes long.
Now, Khabib, there's not a lot of information that people know about him, but he's been a Russian fighter and wrestling fighter for a while now. He's born in 1988. He's number 8 right now in the official UFC pound for pound rankings, and at a very early age, he's done a lot of extensive training with his father, including wrestling a bear at one point in his life. True story. He stands 5'10", weighs 155 pounds, and there's a lot of potential for this guy. Number one, he's undefeated, never been defeated. He trains a lot, and he's very well versed in wrestling styles and mixed martial arts. Total of 26 wins, 8 by knockout, 8 by submission, and 0 losses. So this guy is a very good competitor for Conor McGregor, who, by the way, has a few losses on his record only by submission. So will this fighter put Conor in a submission and potentially win the UFC fight? I don't know, but October 6th, it's going to be an exciting match to watch.